The Lakers have a problem with their superstars. They are injury prone. They have missed a combined 151 games these past 2 seasons. This has caused the Lakers to fall well short of their goals, and it could continue to be a problem in the future. So what should the Lakers do about it? The short answer is nothing. Injuries are a part of the game, and you just have to hope for the best. Sure, it's disappointing, and the Lakers have underachieved since their championship season. But anytime a team's star player or players suffer significant injuries, they're gonna underachieve. It's impossible to win a championship when your superstars, the center of how your team is constructed, are injured. Well, actually, there is one thing they could do. They could trade them. If the Lakers are truly concerned about how injury-prone Anthony Davis and LeBron James are, then they should just trade them. But I don't see that happening. First of all, you're not going to get equal value for either of them. So if you trade them, you're going to be moving into a rebuilding era. But even if you somehow get superstar talent back in return, those players aren't somehow immune to injury. Nobody is. So if that player gets injured, then you're back in the same position. Everyone is at the mercy of the injury lottery. The Lakers are always trying to win a championship every season. And right now, LeBron James and Anthony Davis are their best shot at getting another title. They're still the best duo in the league, in my opinion. I believe the Lakers share that opinion. No team has beaten them when they're fully healthy. The Lakers aren't just going to give up on them and move into a rebuild. So if the plan is to stick with LeBron and AD, then what should they do about their injury proneness? They have Anthony Davis, who has been in and out of lineups throughout his career due to his various injuries. They have a soon-to-be 38-year-old LeBron, who up until this point has been very durable, but in recent seasons has been injured quite a lot. So there's going to be games that they miss, whether it be little injuries and aggravations here and there, or simply just rest days. You just have to pencil them in. You need to be prepared to play and win games without LeBron and Anthony Davis on the floor. And you need to be able to manage their minutes and their games played so that they can be fully healthy for the playoffs. For this to happen, the rest of the team needs to be very good. You need a very solid supporting cast. Players that they can rely on. And most importantly, they need players that can stay healthy themselves. The Lakers had the opposite last season. The supporting cast was a bunch of old players that either couldn't play at a high level anymore or couldn't stay healthy. And that's just the nature of the game. Well, that's just nature. Old players tend to get injured more and usually aren't as good. If your stars are already injury prone, the worst thing you could do is surround them with even more injury prone players. So the Lakers need to get more youth, more players that can play the majority of the games. In order to have a good supporting cast, the Lakers need to free up cap space. Last season, the Lakers opted to go in the Big Three direction and sign Russell Westbrook. Ironically, in terms of health and durability, Westbrook was the perfect player to pair with LeBron and AD. He played 78 out of the 82 games in the season. The only problem is that he was awful in most of those games. The Big Three formula is not going to work if one of those stars is no longer a star. Now the rest of the team is full of low-level talent because all your money was spent on those 3 max contracts. Westbrook is going to get paid $47 million next season. So if the Lakers want to get a better supporting cast, they need to get rid of his contract. The Lakers won a championship using the formula of having 2 stars and a great supporting cast. The season after, they had a great supporting cast. They were very deep. And even with both LeBron and AD out for a significant portion of that season, that supporting cast was able to win games and get the team to the playoffs. If AD didn't get injured in the playoffs, the Lakers probably would have another championship. So the Lakers need to go back to that formula. LeBron and AD are an insanely talented duo, but they have their injury issues. If you want to win with these two, you have to surround them with a quality team that can stay healthy themselves.